Guys, welcome back to our channel. Here is our video on inheritance. So the basic concepts that this unit covers is, first of all, Mendel discovered the principles of inheritance with experiments in which large numbers of pea plants were crossed. From this, he found these three laws. The first one is the law of segregation. So when gametes form, alleles are separated so that each gamete carries only one allele for each gene. The second law is the law of independent assortment, and this states that the segregation of alleles for one gene occurs independently to that of any other gene. However, the law of independent assortment does not hold true for genes located on the same chromosome, so these are linked genes. The third law is the principle of dominance, which states that recessive alleles will be masked by dominant alleles. However, not all genes show a complete dominance hierarchy. Some genes show codominance, which will be discussed later in the chapter. So first of all, gametes are haploid, so only contain one allele of each gene. The two alleles of each gene separate into different haploid daughter nuclei during meiosis, as males produce sperm and females produce ova. When male and female gametes fuse during fertilization, the resulting zygote will contain two alleles for each gene. During meiosis I, homologous chromosomes are separated into different nuclei prior to self-division. As homologous chromosomes carry the same genes, segregation of the chromosomes also separates the allele pairs. Consequently, as gametes contain only one copy of each chromosome, they therefore carry out one allele of each gene. The exception to this is that males have only one allele for each gene located on the sex chromosome, as these chromosomes aren't paired because they're XY. For any given gene, the combination of alleles can be categorized as follows. If the maternal and paternal alleles are the same, the offspring is said to be homozygous for that gene. So for example, in the picture to the right, the two green alleles are homozygous. If the maternal and paternal alleles are different, the offspring is said to be heterozygous for that gene. So on the right, in the purple, the left and the right are heterozygous. Males only have one allele for each gene located on a sex chromosome, and they are said to be hemizygous for that gene. And this is seen in the third example in pink. The gene composition, or the allele combination for a specific trait, is referred to as the genotype. The genotype of a particular gene will typically be either homozygous or heterozygous. The observable characteristics of a specific trait, so the physical expression, is referred to as the phenotype. So the genotype of a flower may be big R for red. However, the phenotype will be the color red. The phenotype is determined by both the genotype and environmental influences. Complete dominance. Most traits follow a classical dominant recessive pattern of inheritance, whereby one allele is expressed over the other. The dominant allele will mask the recessive allele when in a heterozygous state. Homozygous dominant and heterozygous forms will be phenotypically indistinguishable. The recessive allele will only be expressed in the phenotype when in a homozygous state. Thank you for listening.